From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Welcome to the Library of Congress. My name is Betsy Peterson. I'm the director of the American Folklife Center here, and yay for the American Folklife Center. It's a beautiful day today. I mean, it's really nice that you all came in to hear some great music. On behalf of the staff, I want to welcome you, and we're going to hear a fabulous hour of some great Cajun music. We've got NEA Heritage Fellow recipient Michael Doucet with us today, and other members of the BeauSoleil Quartet, David Doucet, Mitchell Reed, and Billy Ware. But first, a little word about the Homegrown Concert Series. The Homegrown Concert Series is a series that the American Folklife Center puts on. We've been doing it for quite a while. And it's an opportunity for us to work with partners, with folklorists, ethnomusicologists, and other cultural specialists from throughout the country who work with us to identify and select some of the very best musicians, dancers, narrators to come and share their art with all of us, with all of you, in this wonderful setting. So it's a great honor to work with them. And today's concert is no different. Our partners for today's concert are the Kennedy Center Millennium Stage and the Smithsonian Folklife Festival, which officially starts tomorrow. And this concert is also part of an effort featuring highlighting and celebrating the NEA National Heritage Fellowship Program, which is in its 35th year this year. And we are proud to be associated with it, and in fact have that collection here in the American Folklife Center. So today, our performance is also going to be webcast. We record these concerts, so they'll be available in the future for future generations and for people around the world. So with that said, and as a reminder to you, if you have any electronic device, cell phone, et cetera, please turn it off now, or you will always be in our archive. And maybe that's what you want. But now just a little bit of background about Cajun music. The music of Louisiana Cajuns descends from the song and fiddle tunes of French speakers who migrated from France to Canada in the 17th century and then made their way down to Louisiana in the 18th century. And Cajun music blends the musical traditions of those French-speaking folks, and it merges and blends with other cultural traditions, European, Native American, and African American, and then along the way throw in a little bit of country western blues and pop. For 4 decades, the BeauSoleil Quartet have been taking these traditional ingredients and mixing them with eclectic percussion, acoustic guitar, finger-picking styles, flat-picking styles, and bringing a really open, creative attitude to the music that they play. BeauSoleil was the first Cajun band to win a Grammy Award in 1998, and they added a second in 2008. And in 2011, they were inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. But BeauSoleil's particular flavor of Cajun music reflects very much the vision of the band leader, Michael Doucet. And he has been a lifelong student of Cajun music. From an early age, he has sought out and studied with every Cajun master musician that he could find, including fiddlers like Dewey Balfa, Dennis McGee, and Conrad Fontenot. For his contributions to Cajun culture, Doucet was honored with a National Heritage Fellowship in 2005, the highest honor given to traditional artists in the United States. And in awarding the fellowship, the NEA called Michael perhaps the single most important figure in the revitalization of Cajun music in the United States. Not bad. So joining Michael today in the quartet are fiddler Mitch Reed, a master musician and instructor who's performed with all of the great names in Cajun music since he was a teenager. Michael's brother, David Doucet, a soulful singer and an exceptional guitarist who's credited with making the acoustic guitar more central to modern Cajun music, and Billy Ware, a versatile percussionist, equally at home playing traditional rhythms on the Cajun triangle or throwing a little Latin-inflected groove into the two-step. So together, these musicians have performed all over the globe. They've represented Cajun music in popular media like HBO's Treme and NPR's Prairie Home Companion, and now, today, here in the Library of Congress in the Coolidge Auditorium. So please join me in welcoming the BeauSoleil Quartet.
Wow, thank you. Y'all sure you're in the right place? We have to check, you know. Well, all right. It's really great to be here. Thanks for finding this place and for coming. And hope you have a good time. We intend to. So it's probably one of the early songs we started playing. It's got different names, but we simply called it Acadian two-step. And usually it was an instrumental, but I'm kind of wordy guy, so put some words to it anyway. So somebody told us that you're welcome to dance. Good luck. All right. We're just going to play a couple of songs to get warmed up here. So this is for all you short people, this is called Shabasset, which means little shorty. And you know, in the old days, well, you know, most Frenchmen and Cajuns are short. That's okay. But if you live in an old Cajun house, you're always hitting your head. But this one's about a little girl, Shabasset. Well, what we call French music or Cajun music is way diversified. It's not just two steps and waltzes, they're reels. And we're lucky enough to be of the age to go to hear and actually learn from great musicians such as Dennis McGee, who was born in the 1890s, and he recorded with the first wave of French musicians from Southwest Louisiana back in 1928 and 29 until the 30s. And so this is a reel, we just call it real Cajun. There you go. All right. Let's do a, we played this one yesterday. We like this one. It's called Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll even though the mosquitoes are biting.
maringouins après manger me laissent le bon temps rouler. Mais j'ai trouvé dans les grands-mères, oui là-bas au Hackberry, les maringouins après manger me laissent le bon temps rouler. Sur la galerie, ta maman a presque les enfants s'apprêtent pleurer, les vaches sont pas tirées et les gamins après chanter, les maringouins après manger me laissent les bateaux rouler. Got to get it, Papa. Right.
Thank you so much. Yeah, our music is old. I mean, it's the Acadians, where they call themselves Acadians, once they got here, they were French people who wanted to get out of France. Bad year for cheese and losing your head. And so they moved to the New World in 1604, which is now Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and parts of Maine, all of Maine, north of the Kennebec River. And they lived there pretty peacefully, democratically, first sort of democratic society. They never really had a head. They wanted to be neutrals, but of course, the English never saw any French as neutral. And so, unfortunately, they wanted their land around the Bay of Fundy because they had recovered some of the land that washes out, and they made dams and dikes for it was a very fertile place. And so anyway, so the English wanted their land, and they deported 12,000 Acadians. And it wasn't a pretty scene. Families were separated and everything. And about 1,200, like 10% of that, made it to Louisiana in different ways. Both sides of our family actually went back to France, at a little island called Belle-Île-en-Mer, and they didn't like it very much. And so actually they were awarded Spanish land grants to come back to Louisiana. And so we're very influenced by music of different parts of Louisiana, especially New Orleans, which is important. This is a song, it was probably a vegetable kind of song. It said Les Oignons. The guy was trying to sell onions and hot cakes. And it's always double entendre, and so there you go. This is called Les Oignons.
Les oignons, tous les bons marchés, à celle-ci, à celle-ça. Ma grand-mère tournait les dos à mêler les oignons, les oignons, les oignons, tous les bons marchés, celle-ci, celle-ça.
ma grand-mère tournait le dos. Ah mais pour le coucher, oui madame, vous l'a pas monté. Mais non madame, belle gala trop jour, belle gala trop jour. Belle calade, belle calade, belle calade trop jour. Pour le coucher, oui madame, vous l'a pas menti. Mais non madame, belle calade trop jour, belle calade trop jour. Belle calade, oh belle calade, oh belle calade trop jour. Hey, yeah. Les oignons, tous les bas marchés, c'est le ci, c'est le ça. Ma grand-mère tournait le dos à mes poules le coucher. Oui, madame, vous n'a pas monté. Non, madame, belle calade au jour, belle calade au jour. Oh, belle calade, oh, belle calade, oh, belle calade au jour. Oui, madame, vous n'a pas monté. Non, madame, belle calade au jour, belle calade au jour. Belle calade, oh, belle calade au jour. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if y'all watched the news last week, but they made a whole lot of news about nothing. It was just rain, and we're used to hurricanes, knock on wood, and we hadn't had a bad one since 2005. But I had a friend of ours, Glenn Pete, he's a filmmaker, a Cajun filmmaker, and he called me up years ago to do this festival, because this island in Louisiana, Ile Caminada, got wiped out in this hurricane that happened at the end of September, and it was a beautiful day. They said gorgeous blue day, crisp day, and at night it turned, and this horrible, what we call now, a level 5 hurricane hit, and it washed a lot of houses back, and then when the waves came back, they washed them out into the Gulf. One guy's house, and then what they had to do is cut out the floors, and one guy did that, and his house ended up 2.5 miles upriver by a little town called Cutoff, Louisiana. Anybody been there? Well, that house is still there. He bought the land. He said, I ain't going back. And so I said, well, I didn't have a hurricane song. So, we've experienced a lot of hurricanes. And this is sort of our version of what it's like to be inside of a hurricane. Heaven forbid you ever have that experience. Because, when it passes over, like the eye comes over, it's like sunshine. Oh, it's over. Thank you. That's the voodoo. That's the voodoo. This is one of our favorite waltzes called a valse criminelle. Most of the songs that have criminelle in them, which means criminal, are not about criminals. They're about women. And if the women sing the songs, they're about men. It's love.
Après jongler les paroles que tu m'as dit, criminaire. mangeais un potin, mais ma grand-mère était fâchée. Le soleil après levé, on a eu un bon temps, mais mon grand-père était fâché. Thank you. Well, one of our heroes, a guy we never met, his name is Amédée Ardouin. He's a Creole. He's one of the first Creoles to record back in Louisiana in the late 1928, 29, all the way to 1936. He also played with Dennis McGee, the fellow we told you about. But Amédée died in an unknown grave in 1941. Same place that Buddy Bolden died in 20 years earlier. Kind of weird, but anyway. But this is a song he wrote. It's called Valse de Opelousas Waltz. t'étonne aujourd'hui. Oui, bon, je suis là, aussi loin de la maison. Oui, bon, décider, oui, pour aller voir. Oui, dans les samedis, je peux aller causer. Comment il va faire? Good dancing. All right. Well, back in 1982, when we played the Smithsonian Folk Life Festival, Dewey Balfour was there that year, and he showed us this song that was not quite finished, but he finished it. It's called Quand j'étais pauvre, When I Was Poor. J'étais pauvre, la monde est trop noir. Et là où la chance j'ai fait le pédageant, allons pour cotiser, cotiser la châtiment. Et quand j'étais petit, joli et si capable, à cause que j'étais pauvre, le monde est trop noir. Et là où la chance, j'ai fait le pédageant, allons pour cotiser la chercherie. Thank you.
All right. Catch my breath. These people go back to work. This is a tune I wrote about, it's called Karen Crow. It's the name of a little town in southwest Louisiana. But the story, it's a love story, kind of a triangle kind of thing. And I was thinking Civil War, whatever. And, but anyway, these two people in love, right? Josephine and Bonaventure. Bonaventure goes off to war, and this little rascal comes back a couple of weeks later and tells Josephine that Bonaventure had died, so she's all distressed and everything like that, and he bothers her. So finally they get married. Well, 3 days after they get married, guess who shows up? Bonaventure. So they're there dancing their last waltz together, you know, and then out of the shadows comes a dagger meant for Bonaventure, and as they turn, as you're doing the waltzes, watch out, it stabs Josephine in the back, and she dies. I love these two. You know, all my French friend says, "Oh, that's murder." I said, "Yes." Well, you usually write about good times, bon temps roulé. I said, "Yes, but we kill people too, man." You know, it's like, you know, it's part of life. People die.
Oh, la belle Joséphine, oui, la
marraine les bayous, elle espérait le retour de Bonaventure. Depuis les temps passés, oui, notre arrivée, elle a volé le cœur de Joséphine. Quand Bonaventure a revenu de Sarajevo, mais doit alloger près la mer. Oh mon amour, moi je croyais t'étais mort. J'ai marié toi Dieu passé. Après danser le dernier valse, il dit bonsoir, bonsoir mon cher ami. Quand elle a tourné, le coteau a plongé dans le dos de la belle Joséphine. Oh, caron-croc, oh, caron-croc, ma belle est morte dans la rue de Caron-croc. Y'all still there? That's good. Well, we sure appreciate y'all coming out. It was a pleasure playing, and we got one more. Or what? You want to play one more? Yeah, at least. I like that. Okay, this was anybody in love? Not too many, huh? I'm just kidding. It's a song I wrote years ago called Love or Folly, in which is, I don't know, it starts out, he says yes, she says no. He wants the waltz, she wants the two-step. He's hungry, she's not hungry. So finally she said, well, why did you marry me? He said, pourquoi? Because, and he says, well, he says, mais toi t'es une tête mulet, which is a nice French expression to bring back. Toi t'es une tête mulet, which means you have a head like a mule. And she replies, okay, oui, mais c'est toi qui m'as marié. Yeah, but it's you that married me.
Mais c'est toi qui m'as marié. On tourne à gauche, tu tournes à droite. L'aime le jour pour faire le soir. Je me bonhomme, mais tu me donnes pas la mousse, bébé. J'aurais fait que tu l'as fait, les misères. Oh yeah. pas manger. Je veux two step, je veux danser. J'ai commencé, t'es arrêté, bébé. À tourne à gauche, je tourne à droite. Lève le jour pour faire le soir. Je veux ballon, mais ça m'adonne dans le blues, bébé. Jolie fée que tu l'as fait les misères. Oh bébé, c'est la vie, oui, la volée, de la volée, de la volée, de la volée.
Thank you so much. David Doucet, Billy Ware, Mitchell Reed.
Thank you. The BeauSoleil Quartet. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you coming out and supporting these fabulous musicians. They are also going to be down at the mall. And just to let you know, we have some more musicians, National Heritage winners, who are going to be here. Friday, we have two wonderful taiko drum performers who are going to be in discussion with Dan Sheehy in Whitall at 12, talking about the taiko drum tradition. And next Wednesday, Ledward Kapana, slack key guitar player from Hawaii, will be here in Coolidge at noon. So please come to both of those, and we will see you soon again. Thanks.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.